right, now that the tampering window, first week of free, whatever the hell you want to call it, is done. And yes, there still will be some more moves to come, but hey, for the most part, we're going into the draft now. Anyway, listen, with saying that, I was like, I guess there had to be some winners of this. And I was like, to be honest, I don't think there was really any like I was like the range of window of good and bad. I don't think it's that big as it seems, but I do think there is some overall winners. Go with basically, I was like, I think the Steelers won this off. I was like won their offseason, and no other thing than pretty much the fact that they got two quarterbacks that are better than the quarterbacks they had last year. I think that's already. I was like Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are better than what you were going to get out of Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, meh, and Pickett. They already up that. I think also getting Dante Jackson for Deontay Johnson was a win for them. I was like, they're really good at getting drafting receivers, so therefore they're not gonna miss anything on that part of the ball. But also to get him out of here, but to get a corner that can play opposite of Joey Porter, I feel like that's an upgrade and something they haven't really had too much. Also, is speed a lot in their backfield. Um, as much either. And I was like, that also saves them on pretty much drafting the corner. He's already signed, so therefore you ain't got to worry about nothing. So I'm like, just those couple alone, I was like, I feel like I'm like, cool. I was like, they upgraded in spots. I was like, yet alone like Patrick Queen and stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, somebody might say that's a lot for a linebacker, but I'm like, yeah, it's a linebacker that they haven't really had since Shazier, so therefore you need that, and you need that in order to make that linebacking core work as well too. So I think they won that. The Bears, I think they won. I was like they lost on the part of trading Justin Fields for anything substantial, but for whoever they drafted quarterback, most likely Caleb Williams, their team around him is really good. I was like, they got Gerald Everett, so they got two tight ends now. So I was like, and I was like, so not only do you have like Komet, but you got Everett, and I was like, you could do a two tight end set. I was like, you got Keenan Allen, who I was like gonna be with DJ Moore, and I'm pretty sure they'll draft a receiver at some other point in there. I was like, so that's already a work. DeAndre Swift, I think that's also a good pickup too, just because he showed that he could tote the rock and he could break out plays, and you could use him in all type of ways as well too. And I was like, none of these contracts are also long or anything like that. Um, I was like, they also picked up a couple people on defense. I'm blanking on them right now, but to be honest, I'm like, you giving this side so many offensive weapons that you're setting him up for a better shot at success than you would with Justin Fields. Let's be honest. I was like the Houston Texans. To me, I was like not only did I like what they did with getting Joe Mixon, so they get a good running back that has a playoff experience and all that other stuff. They got the Neil Hunter that you're gonna have outside on the other side of Will Anderson. Um, but really, more importantly, I like the fact that y'all actually took advantage of having a quarterback on a rookie deal. A lot of people always talk about a rookie deal quarterback, and y'all are actually doing it. And so, therefore, all the money, all the play that you're picking up, it's also like, who cares? Because I was like, they're short deals, but it's also because it's like he's young, so therefore, who cares? Um, I also think the Jets has had a good offseason so far. Um, I was like, you might be able to say like the people they picked up and who's healthy and who's not, but they fill in a lot of holes. They got two tackles in Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses, so that at least will shore up that part of the line. I think they also signed a guard as well too. So guess what? Boom! That sorry ass offensive line, you already done filled up all the, I was like nearly all the spots. I was like, y'all went and got a secondary receiver to be outside of Garrett Williams because Alan Lazar is not it. I guess him being in like maybe the third spot will sort of be a helpful thing, but hey, whatever. They got Mike Williams, and I was like, that's an upgrade. He's a big body receiver, so I was like, if he's healthy, it works in that situation. And I was like, just off that really alone, uh, really helped solidify once again a big if. But the offense that way is like, hey, it won't be a drag. And just in case something happened to Aaron Rodgers, you got Tyrod Taylor, who at I was like, which I think he's starting low starting level of a quarterback, which means to tell me that I'm like, hey, just in case something happened, he keep that ship afloat if need be. Um, and somebody else that I don't think nobody would really talk about is really the Commanders. They brought in a whole bunch of free agents. They brought in Frankie Louvu. They brought in Doris Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Jeremy Chin, uh, Austin Eckler. And what I like about it is they're one all really like short deals. They're all like three or lower deals. A lot of them are defensive players uh, because that defense was awful when they had players, let alone when they, you know, I was like, but they got rid of their two pass rushers, so you need pass rushers. But I was like, this is also Quinn coming with, and his defense is predicated on having multiple pass rushers. Uh, so I was like, but also I just like it because he's getting some of his guys while also being able to establish something here. Because I was like, yes, the Eagles and the Cowboys are going to pretty much be 11-win teams. But I don't think they're so far away in talent that the Commanders can't build enough with here, and he's restarting a culture in a way that they can't do something. So that's why I enjoy all these picks. And also, some of these guys are either young, where they just basically starting their prime, or they're starting to have like that recognition to being like, oh, they could be somebody, or they was misplaced in the other team. Like Doris Armstrong with the Cowboys is like a chance to blow out. I would like have a blow up type of season. Uh, Dante Fowler is somebody he's had multiple times, so it's like he's a guy that could be for the culture. I was like, Jeremy Chin is a guy that basically was really good with Carolina, and then they just stopped really fucking with him. So guess what? Now he had a chance to, it's a reclamation project, but I was like, a lot of potential there. That's why I like this team and what they're doing, because they have money to blow. They're going to get a young quarterback. So why not fill in all the holes that you can with money in all these other spots? Doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so those are my best off seasons so far for these team pre-draft. Who do you think had a good off season? Let me know. Do you agree, disagree? Do that whole type of banter back and forth. But hey, until then, I'm out.